And you have the words to holy place? Well, wait a minute. If you have the words to holy place, I don't need the book. So they'll be projected. Thanks. You're... This is not your grandpa's reform shul. We're waiting for projection. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, that was a lot stronger bound to the dinner. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
For those I don't know personally, my name is Jamie Gibson. I'm so honored to be up here with this amazing clergy team of Cantor Berman and Rabbi Gorban and our band, the Temple Sinai Band. There's an old joke, I tell it often when the band is playing. Hirsch Merenstein was here when he was 14 years old, and he said, we should call them White Sabbath. And I said, you are way too young to get that reference to Ozzy Osbourne. He said, no, I dig Ozzy. And I no, but we are the Temple Sinai Band. This is a service where people should feel included, where you should feel like you can stand or sit, even dance. Sometimes we want you to clap, and sometimes we want you to just kind of focus on the feelings going on inside of you. Usually we get to project, but you know something, we have a saying, and it's not an original Temple Sinai saying. It's called live by the tech, die by the tech. So we're going to be giving people page numbers of your prayer book in front of you. If it's not there, it's actually behind you because you're in the front row with no pew rack in front of you. So we'll see if we can get this up and running. But as we, the miracle has occurred. Rabbi Gorban said, Vayhi or, let there be light. And there was light, and there was Shabbat Shalom. We're going to begin with one of the Kabbalat Shabbat Psalms, which is called Lechu Neranana. Come, let us rejoice. If you know the tune, join in. If not, you can la-la, because God gets it no matter how you sing it. Okay?
Ya la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, Lechu Neranana l'Adonai, Na'ari al tzur yishenu, V'kadma fanav b'todah, V'zmirot na'ari alo, Lechu Neranana l'Adonai.
Second line.
Na'ari al tzur yishenu, V'kadma fanav b'todah. Ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
You know these words.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
It is an honor for us, in honor of Volunteer Shabbat, Mara Kaplan has worked so hard to help create a culture where everyone gives of all of their gifts, their hands, their hearts, their heads, everything that's possible, to ask her and Richard to come up to lead us in lighting candles for Shabbat, to be followed by Kiddush, the sanctification of wine. It's our custom, as you are able, to please rise. Now, if the Koblenzes are here, they get to look at themselves on the screen. Amen. Please remain standing. Richard's you're gonna pick a key, or you want Cantor to pick a key? What do you want?
Start singing.
You just start singing. That's great.
Amen.
While they're getting ready to come down from the pulpit, why don't you take a moment, turn around, look at somebody you don't know, and say, Shabbat Shalom, my name is. Oh, enough with the socializing. Sit down.
Okay. On Erev Shabbat, it's traditional to recite in some way, sing in some way, a series of psalms. And in Psalm 96, if you were here a few weeks ago when we were thrilled to present Nava Tehillah, the singing group from Israel, they introduced a song called Ya'aloz Sadai with words from Psalm 96. Those words roughly translate to, the fields and everything in them exalt. Then shall all the trees of the forest shout for joy. So we invite you to be like nature and exalt and reach to the heavens and enjoy Shabbat and exalt the presence of God.
This is a great tune. This is about as funky as Jews get. I just want you to know. And we clap on 2 and 4, not 1 and 3, just so you know. Okay?
Ya'aloz Sadai b'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai. Ready? Ay, 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 Ya'aloz Sadai b'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai. Ay, 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 az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar, az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar, az yiradenu kol atzei ya'ar, az yiradenu kol atzei Sadai, Bechol asher bo ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 ya'alo Sadai, Bechol asher bo ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 Az yilanu kol atzei ya'ar, Az yilanu kol atzei ya'ar, Az yilanu kol atzei ya'ar. One more time. Az yilanu kol atzei ya'ar, ya'alo Sadai, Bechol asher bo ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 ya'alo Sadai, Bechol asher bo ya'alo Sadai. Ay, 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 ay.
Ooh, nice cutoff there. The most famous song of the Kabbalat Shabbat, opportunities to greet Shabbat with song and voice, is called Lecha Dodi. We greet Shabbat as a bride. It was written only, it's one of the newer ones, it's only written 500 years ago in Tzfat in northern Israel. I was going to say northern England, but that would be wrong. People would dress in white and they would go out to greet the Shabbat as a bride. And so the chorus is Lecha Dodi, say Lecha Dodi,
Lecha Dodi,
Likrat Kala,
Likrat Kala,
Penei Shabbat,
Penei Shabbat,
Nekabela.
Nekabala.
We do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9 of the traditional verses. The last verse, it's customary to rise and face the rear. Now, it used to be that you would do that and say, well, what? I don't have the words. But look, the words are up there. The words are up there, so you can actually rise and turn around if you care to. On the last phrase of the last verse, Boi Kala, we bow to this side because John Schiller is going to find that bride over there, or we're going to find the bride in the parking lot and bring her in. There we go.
Maybe John Schiller is the bride of Shabbat.
What? Maybe John is the bride, the bearded bride.
Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha hishmi'anu, El hayuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Tiferet ve'elitila, Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nehelcha ki mekor haveracha merosh mikerem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, kiva ore, komi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kavod Adonai, alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi please rise, face the rear. Penei Shabbat nekabela. As you are able. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'ala gam b'simcha, u'v'tzohala toch emunei am segula. We bow to the left. Boi chala to the right. Boi chala. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela.
This is Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Oops. Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Amalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Beautiful. We're going to continue with the Chatzi Kaddish. The Chatzi Kaddish ends this section, leads us to the call to worship Baruch Hu. As you are able, please rise.
Yitkada v'yitkada shemeraba v'yalemad yivracherutei v'yamelich v'chutei b'chayechon v'yimechon v'chayir chol Beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kari v'imeru amen yesh meraba v'vorach le'olam le'am ve'amaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yirbar v'yitromam v'yitaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemer kudeshah B'richu li'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata tamiran v'yalma v'imeru Amen.
seated. We continue with prayer of light rolling into dark and dark rolling into light.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai
Ha'ma'ariv Aravim.
Continue with Ahavat Olam.
Please join. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Avta, Amcha Otanu limadeta, Al Ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shofenu, Hukumenu nasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, Ki hem chayenu, Be'orech yameinu, U'vahem negei omam v'layla, negei omam v'layla, Be'amatcha Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
The morning service has a version of this prayer that we just sang that includes the words, enlighten our eyes with your Torah. And this song written by Jeff Klepper, Open Up Our Eyes, draws from that morning prayer, but we love it so much, we'll do it any time of day. Please rise as you are able as we prepare for the Shema.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Ba'aret Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Ba'aret Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We join together in an interpretation of Ve'ahavta in English.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work.
Whether you are tired or you are rested, let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. We have a new Micha Mocha for this evening. And I want to dedicate it to our band and to all of the volunteers that are here for Volunteer Appreciation Shabbat, even those who couldn't make it as well. Micha Mocha, as you may know, is from the place in the Torah where the Israelites are crossing the Red Sea and exalting God for doing God's wonders. Most recently, they had just been released from bondage, released from Egypt with new promise ahead of them. And there's great promise for our future with the wonderful volunteers that we have. And the words include Osefele, who does wonders, as all of you volunteers do wonders for our community. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, osefele. Please join again. Mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, osefele. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bo חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, צאלי ינו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. One more time. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
We continue with the words of Hashkivenu, hoping for protection and peace throughout the night.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeteinu, uvoenu, lechaim u'shalom, me'ata v'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu lechaim, v'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Ready to jam? At least Saul is.
V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, la'asot et haShabbat ledorotam, berit olam. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, la'asot et haShabbat ledorotam, berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, la'asot et haShabbat ledorotam, berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, la'asot et haShabbat ledorotam, berit olam.
Keshet
Yamim Asa Adonai Et Hashamayim Haaretz
1, 2, 3, 4.
Veshameru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam Berit Olam Veshameru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam Berit Olam Ubayom Hashvihi Shabbat Vayinafash Shabbat Vayinafash
1, 2, ready, and
Vishameru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam Berit Olam Vishameru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat Ledorotam Berit Olam. 1 second. Excuse me.
In just a moment, we'll continue with the tefillah, with the prayer, the section of our service that is considered to be the core of our service, really. So I invite you to rise as you are able as we introduce this section with a prayer asking God for us to be able to pray.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibur v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך חוזר עוזר מושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתריו להושיע. מוריד אתה, מחלקי החיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. In celebration of Shabbat, we offer a prayer of gratitude. We join together. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We began this section of our service asking God to open our mouths in prayer. We ask God to accept our prayers. Again, we join together.
Ever-present one,
may we, your people
Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otacha levadecha v'yirah ha'avod.
And for the ability to do good in our world, we offer thanks. We join together.
For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise. For the desire in us which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For life and nature, for harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praise to the source of being. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shemecha ulachana el hodot.
And we conclude this section with a prayer for peace. We join together.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם.
So do yourself a favor and close your eyes. If you close your eyes and look carefully inside, you will find a prayer etched on your heart. That prayer might be a prayer of thanksgiving for being here, for being with family, for memory, for love, for cherished friendships. It might be for longing, for peace and goodness and health for you or somebody you love. It might be a prayer of wonder, of thanks. Take these quiet moments and pray the prayer etched on your heart.
Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. Ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la. La 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la. Oseh Shalom Roma, Oseh Shalom Aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ve'imru Amen.
Every time we gather, we offer Mishaberach. Mishaberach is the prayer for healing that's done actually as part of the Torah service in the morning when we open the Torah on Mondays, Thursdays, holidays, Rosh Chodesh, and Shabbat. But we found that there are people who need to hear a healing prayer. There are people who need to be able to say the name of somebody for whom they wish healing. Right now, there are those in this sitting right here who know people in the hospital, terrified about what might happen in just the next few days. And right now, you know people who are alone in a nursing home who might face an entire weekend without even one visitor. And every single one of you knows somebody in your circle who walks the earth with a stone on the heart or faces the daily battles of sobriety. And we offer this moment as we begin for Shabbat for me to look at your part of the congregation. If there's the name of somebody you wish to enter into our collective heart, you might say the name out loud or even softly or just think it. Please don't raise your hand. Class is over for the week. If you want to use the Hebrew name, it's the name, son or daughter of mothers, because we try to have healing in the name of mothers. As I look at your part of the congregation, please say the name out loud as they begin to play music quietly. Just call it out.
Joe Jarmel, Sarah Jarmel.
Betty Lou Margolis, Arlene Fenster, Goldie Ottenheimer. You didn't know that Coldplay wrote a Mishaberach, but they did.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. And the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. Or you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
The Torah portion is in Numbers. It's called Bahalotcha. It officially begins the book of Kvetch. I mean, we kvetch week after, don't we? Week after week after week. This week it's the food. We want better food. We want Blue Apron and we get manna. You know, we want something with a little bit of sriracha and it just comes plain and kind of a rich cream, and that's not good enough because apparently if you have rich cream too often, you want steak. If you have steak too often, you want rich cream. So that's going on. And there's a crisis of faith in the community that people wonder, should they be going back to Egypt? Because they had great food there. They had melons and leeks and cucumbers and onions, and they had meat. They had meat. And Moses finally says to God, what did you get me into? What did you get me into? I can't bear this people all by myself. I can't feed them meat. There's not enough meat in the world to feed them. And God says something amazing. God says, is God's arm short? Is God's arm short? God can do this. I will take some of the burden off of you. And so 70 elders are appointed to go out and have this encounter with God as some of the spirit and authority of Moses is taken from him and put on the 70 elders. Meanwhile, two people sneak out with them. One is named Eldad, say that, Eldad. The other is Medad. And they're in the roles, the Torah says, but they're not exactly authorized, but they go out with the 70 elders, and an incredible spiritual experience happens where the 70 elders experience ecstasy. What our Pentecostalist friends call speaking in tongues. It's called mitnabi'im, to prophesy. And they're going on. And Eldad and Medad, they're not authorized, but they're prophesying too. They're caught up in that moment. They are really going at it. And Joshua complains to Moses, look who's prophesying. They're not authorized. And Moses says the most amazing thing. He said, would that all of Israel were prophets. Would that everybody heard and responded. And to me, it is the antidote to the thinking that those who stand on a pulpit are the ones who interface with the divine. That it is capable for every single one of you to open up your divine heart, to experience a moment of spiritual connection and joy. And so we want to honor those of you who've done that, not with words, but with deeds. And so if you have, in fact, volunteered for virtually anything around here, I want you to stand up in this well here. Come on up right now. Come on, Mara. You're a leader, so lead. Come on, we got board members here. We got band members. Put your instruments down. Come here. Come on. Oh my gosh. This is wonderful. There you go. Look at all these people. Now, where's Rabbi Gorbin? Is she around? Do you have a large tallis? Where is it coming? Is it? Oh, where is it?
It is.
Cantor Berman, is there a large tallis back there? So I don't know, can you smush in like you like each other a little bit? Look at all these people.
Thank you.
So look at all the words associated in the word cloud with you guys. Joy, provides, website, seniors, serve, care, home, want. And you know something? This is a really big tallis. It's not anywhere near half big enough. So I don't know what we should do.
So, Mike.
You could squeeze in, but I think we're going to hold it over you symbolically. And in a second, we're going to put up the words to a Debbie Friedman song called Holy Place.
Yeah? Okay.
Because this place is a wonderful room with royal purple upholstery.
Yes.
But I have to tell you, it is you who make it a holy place.
Or the other way around. Yep.
1 second.
Okay.
We're not playing Twister. What are we doing here?
Just a second. So you got lots of volunteers, lots of ideas. Woo.
So you can see the words up
Going
in there.
right over your head. I'm going to go over your
We
head.
are playing right foot red.
Here, let's
right?
just... Richard.
Okay,
There we
carry that.
Woo-hoo. All right.
There we go. Oh, there we
That's
go.
the
It's like
idea.
Toby knows where. There we
Right.
go.
Thank you.
There we go. If anybody knows the song, join in. If you don't, you'll know it by the third verse. It goes like this. These are the gifts that we bring, that we may build a holy place. This is the spirit that we bring, that we may build a holy place. We will bring all the goodness that comes from our hearts, and the Spirit of God will dwell within. These are the colors of our dreams we bring to make a holy place. This is the weaving of our lives we bring to make a holy place. We will bring all the goodness that comes from our hearts, and the Spirit of love will dwell within. Watch for the rhythm here. These are the prayers that we bring, that we may make a holy place. These are the visions that we seek, that we may build this holy place. Let our promise forever be strong. Let our souls rise together in song, that the Spirit of God and the Spirit of love, Shekhinah, will dwell within. Thank you so much. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu lazman hazeh. Praise are you, our God, who allows us to assemble with joy all the people who live out the meaning of your brit, your covenant with head, heart, and hand, all together as one kihila kadosha, a holy community, a mishpacha shel mishpachot, a family of families. As together we all say,
Amen.
Amen. And now they will try to fold this thing up.
I'll leave that to you.
Next year
Sometimes
we'll be
too
up
many
there.
things.
Just a few brief announcements before we continue with the ending part of our service. The Oneg Shabbat will be held in the Falk Auditorium. I hear it's a doozy. Is it a good one? I think it's a really good one, I'm told, so I'm hopeful that everybody will come and stay and nosh. We have guests from Akron, Ohio. The rabbi is here. Welcome, and the educator and the youth group. Everybody wave your hands so we know who you are. Not you, them. There you go. So you can say hello to them and be the warm, welcoming congregation we hope to be. Josh, it's great to see you. It's wonderful to have you here. We usually see each other in Jerusalem. I make a joke all the time because the word Akron is similar in sounding to the name Acharon, which means last. And there's a famous saying from Scripture, Acharon, Acharon, Chaviv. The last, Akron, Akron, the beloved. So you didn't know Akron was beloved, but more than Canton, right? John Adlin's in Canton, so it's got to, no, he's a friend of mine. Anyway, that's enough. So there's a lot of things going on. And one thing just got canceled tonight. So tomorrow there is Torah study at 8:30 in the morning and minyan at 9:15 in the chapel. That is our informal minyan where people dress in jeans and sandals and we just sing with guitar. After that, there's going to be what we call minyan and motzi. People are bringing potluck, and we're going to talk about the minyan, how the minyan developed, where it is, where it might be going, and get all of the input from the regulars and those who are new and want to try it out for the first time. There was supposed to be a program at 4 o'clock tomorrow from 4:30 to 6:30 at Audrey Brown's in the South Hills, but there's an illness in her family. And so she has begged off from hosting, and we will simply reschedule that in the fall. It was going to be exciting. It was sex education, reform, conservative, or all the sects. We were going to do all the sex education right there. We were going to get graphic on everybody there. But we will postpone that until the fall. On Sunday, there is Hartman seminar that we have every week here at 9:15 in the morning. In the afternoon, there's going to be the intergenerational choir party from 5 to 7. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And some of us are going to be going to the South Hills, crossing a river, celebrating the 38th, not just the 38th, but the retirement of Rabbi Mark Mahler from Emmanuel for his long and wonderful service to the South Hills community. Next week, John Schiller would kill me if I didn't mention this, is the Folk Shabbat, which I thought was in generation for only 2 years, but it's been 4. So it's a really big baby, isn't it?
And if I may, just
Please.
to give you an idea, because I think if you wonder what do we mean when we say Folk Shabbat, to give you a little bit of an idea, some of that great old music from the 60s and 70s we're putting right into the service. So, for example, when we sing Psalms for Kabbalat Shabbat, and we talk about, like we did tonight, the joy bursting from nature, we might do it a little differently next week. So it might be something like, joy to the world, right? Remember that? So that gives you a little idea of the feeling we're looking to engender, kind of a kumbaya Shabbat, if you will. And in that vein, it is our hope that not only you come, but you really sing and participate. This is really for us all to sing together.
And afterwards, there will be a coffee house oneg. So no clapping, just snapping fingers, if you remember. Remember punks, those long fake cigarettes that people, all kinds of, you can wear your beret if you want. We're going to evoke all of that. It was Three Dog Night that gave us joy to the world, that reminded us that Jeremiah is not just a prophet, but a bullfrog. So,
we'll do that right after
that
drinking
didn't go over well at all, did it?
We'll do that right after drinking our wine.
Yes, of course. And then 2 days later is the Pride Shabbat, the Pride March at 11:45 downtown. We're gathering under the banner of Federation, but carrying our own Pride Tribe banner as we gather as well. The following Friday will be the Pride Shabbat in conjunction with Bet Tikva congregation our LGBTQIA congregation in town, and we work together. And there will be a special dinner for our young adults prepared by Steffi, our wonderful Steffi in the back. And then the week after that is the Watts Shabbat, Women of Temple Sinai, celebrating their incredible year of programming and leadership and social justice, education, cooking, you name it, they've done it around here. So please, there is a lot to eat and a lot to learn. So we hope that you will come and spend that time with us together. So if you would, if you're able, please arise as you're able for the Aleinu, our concluding set of prayers.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר ויה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
By the way, our dear friends from Akron, we just made it impossible for you to leave right and hit the road. You now have to have dessert and be greeted by lots of people who want to meet you, okay?
They do need to have dinner, though.
Oh, you haven't had dinner. We'll have dessert first. How's that? We'll do that. And if you need dinner, we have a lot more leftovers from our volunteer dinner as well. It's our custom here, as we remember those who died at this Shabbat in years past or more recently, for whom we commemorate the Shloshim. If you are saying Kaddish for that person, we'll ask you to rise so we can recognize you as a mourner. At the end of the list of names, we're going to ask the entire congregation to rise because we believe that no mourner should ever need to stand alone as their Kaddish is said. So this week, we especially commemorate the memories of Norman H. Bernstein, Lena Chetlin, and Norman Chetlin, Morris Edelman, Shirley Farbman, Sarah Fireman, Catherine Gordon Fishback, Adele Pachersky-Freed, E. Dale George, Leonard Gettleman, Rebecca Goldman, Esther Gross, Ellen Weiss Kander, Emmanuel D. Karsh, Maurice Quasser, Jack Lebovitz, Catherine Leo, and Eva Levy, Ladislas Lowy, Melvin Myers, and Louis Ostro, Reynolds Palmieri, Leah Pasak Podolsky, Arlene Rosenberg, Goldie Safier, and Nellie Schneirov, Morris L. Shapiro and Julie Silverstein, Estelle Smith, William Smith, and Dr. Leonard Stept, Marion Taube, Hyman Weinstein, Robert Weinstein, Philip Weiss, and Albert M. Wiggins, Jr. We also note this week is the 50th yahrzeit of Robert F. Kennedy. We also note those whose those whose deaths are more recent. Marie Bucci, the grandmother of our dear Judy Lynn Aiello, our bookkeeper, the great-grandmother of Cash and Cruz, Hilda Landis, Harvey Goldstein, Leonard Kaplan, Warmby Oberfield, Alice Frankel, and Ruth Weinberger. And we sadly note the end of the mourning period this coming week, the Shloshim for Rabbi Aaron Pankin, the beloved head of Hebrew Union College Jewish Institute of Religion, and Dr. Isaac Yerushalmi, who taught me Aramaic so long ago. Let's stand with our mourners and accompany them for their Kaddish. Yitgadal, Yikadash, Shnei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kari v'yamru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah v'barach le'olam olamei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shmei Kudsha. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran v'yalma v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, upon all Israel, upon a shattered world. riven by hate and violence that demands that we pay attention and exert every effort of ours to heal upon all of us here tonight who mourn their beloved dead. As together we say.
Amen.
Please remain standing for our final song. It's a reprise, as they say on Broadway. Ya'aloz Sadai, so get rockin' here.
And then our band is asked, on the way out, we'll do an Adon Olam to a special tune for summertime.
Okay.
You'll see.
Let's start with the
You'll see.
Ya'aloz Sadai. Here we go. Come on, with percussion.
Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Az yiranenu kol atzei ya'ar 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 Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Az yiranenu kol atzei ya'ar 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 Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai v'chol asher bo Ya'aloz Sadai ay 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 ay.
Blessed are you as you come into sacred space, and blessed are you as you go out and create holy places wherever you go, as together we say,
Amen.
Baruch
Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu
Eloheinu melech haolam borei b'nei mizonot.
Praise are you, Adonai, your God, sovereign of the universe, who makes all kinds of yummy foods like animal crackers. As together we say,
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Adon Olam Asher Malach Beterem Kol Yitzir Nivra Yait Nasa Bechefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Bi'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora V'hu Haya V'hu Hava V'hu Yeh Betifara Adon Olam Olam Behu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshil Lo Leachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Ve'lo Haoz Ve'hamizra Ve'hu Eli Ve'chagol li V'tzorchav li Be'etzara Ve'hu Nisi U'manos li Menakosi Be'yom Ekra Adon Olam Olam Be'yado Afki Ruchi בית ישן ואהירה באמרוכי גביעתי אדוני לי ולא יירא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כה יציר נברא לי את נשא בחפצו כל הזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם אדון עולם.
Nice job. Nice job.
That was Roger's idea. Sorry.